Now we want to check back in with Mike Joyce on this early Sunday morning where it is still chilly, but maybe a little warm up on the way. I say little because it's still going to be cold to me.
Yeah, it's not going to be a big warm up like we got used to in December. That is at least gone for quite a while. It's January and we're in the climatologically coldest part of the year, and we're living up to it this morning. Here's a live look outside from our 10 TV tower cam, though. We're starting to see a little bit of twilight just before 7 o'clock this morning, and that is thanks to where we are, right in between high and low pressure. We're seeing more influence from the high right now as some of those clouds that we had overnight are starting to pull away. But it's those clouds that have helped us warm up a little bit this morning compared to where we were yesterday. And that nor'easter now well off the American coast. It's still bringing some snow to Newfoundland and coastal Canada, but for the United States, the situation is wrapped up other than the aftermath left behind in some of those cities out to our east. But again, a couple flurries up near Cleveland. We're going to see some clouds coming and going throughout the day. That said, it's still cold out there despite feeling a little bit warmer than yesterday. Right now we have 8 degrees for our wind chill at John Glenn, Port Columbus Airport, 2 up in Mansfield, 4 in Zanesville, but the actual temperature in the mid-teens across most of the Buckeye State, and that's a bit warmer than we were yesterday. And the afternoon will be warmer than yesterday, too. We're going to spend the next couple hours in the teens, warming well into the 20s, and then eventually 30 degrees by 1 o'clock today. And heading out west to Kansas City for the Bengals today, 3 o'clock right here on 10 TV. It'll be 45 degrees for all of our friends who traveled out there for the game. Mostly sunny there, halftime 43, still a little bit of sunshine. And then after the sun sets, post-game, hopefully Houday Nation bringing home a win. It'll be partly cloudy, still pretty nice for this time of year. But let's take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast across the Midwest today. We could see a few flurries here in Ohio. Again, well to our west, Kansas City going to be okay. Perfect football weather today, but those flurries will generally stay southeast, and those are the spots that are most likely to see it. 3 o'clock, a mix of clouds and sun, and as we head into the evening, we'll have brief clearing moments through the day and into the early evening before we see clouds developing overnight once again. And tomorrow will generally be partly cloudy and quiet, and that'll allow temperatures to bump above freezing briefly on Monday afternoon. But then we start our warm-up. The high shifts off to the east. That draws some southerly air behind it, and temperatures will soar into the upper 40s, and we stay dry for Tuesday. So that's my pick day to get outside this week. Wednesday, though, the cold front advances. We're still on the warm side of it, so we're still going to see some rain on Wednesday. But here's where this situation gets tricky. This cold front is going to slowly advance across the Buckeye State late Wednesday into Thursday. This model is showing that we are going to see some snow and a good deal of moisture wrapping behind it before Friday morning, and then we settle into high pressure and Arctic air for the weekend. But let's compare models. Here's the Euro model. That's what we just saw. This is the more snowier model that brings several inches of snow by Friday morning. But the American model, the GFS, is showing more of a freezing rain scenario. That's where it'll get very slick outside with a little bit of snow, less snow than the European solution on the left. So we have to watch this very closely. Either way, wintry precipitation and road conditions deteriorating seems likely at this point. So stick with 10 TV and the Doppler 10 weather team all week long.